good morning, and thank you very much, Gemma, for the kind introduction. We have with us here on stage, of course, you know very well, Hassan, who you saw a few minutes ago. He's not only good at picking cards from a bowl, but he's also the president of hotel operations at Dur Hospitality. With us as well, we have Samy Boukhaled, VP of hotels from Elaf Group. And together, these gentlemen are looking after more than 50 properties with more than 10,000 keys just in KSA alone. So they definitely know what they are talking about when it comes to hospitality and development within Saudi Arabia. Now, first off, before we start with the questions and the grilling of our panelists here, I just want to give them a minute or two each to introduce themselves as well as their companies, and I want to understand a bit more as well, each one of you, what your main objective as a leader within your company is to drive not just the industry forward, but your company forward as well. So Hassan, if we can start with yourself.
Great, thank you, Christopher, for hosting us, and Samy, good to have you with us.
Thank you.
For me, I'm Hassan Ahdab. I'm the president of hotel operation for Dur Hospitality company. It's a company established like 40 years plus in Saudi Arabia, and we are one of the pioneers in the hospitality industry. The main role of the company is really to invest, develop, operate, manage, franchise, and create brands also in Saudi Arabia. Our portfolio exists today with 33 properties, and we have 14 projects on the pipeline. All in all, we represent about 5,800 keys, basically, in the industry coming forward. Our main brands are homegrown brands. It's Makarim Hotels, which is dedicated to the holy cities in Mecca and Medina, and we'll talk about it later. We recently created a new brand called Noor by Makarim Hotels, and we also have it really titleized with international operators such as the Marriott. This is not the reason I gave you the card earlier, but we have also the IAG. I'm sorry for IAG, no one won the cards earlier, but I say we have a latest tie with Accor. Louis won the brand, and he's the one who signed with him the contract. So this is what we operate with international operators. We recently acquired a major shareholding in Shada brand, and we found this brand very attractive for us because it's really, I would say, is dedicated to the new domestic market, and it is very authentic for, I would say, from a look and feel point of view, and it's very successful, and we have like good growth pipeline for this particular project brand. So yeah, this is about Dur and what we are doing now.
Thank you.
As a leader, you asked me the question as a leader. I joined Dur because I was attracted to Dur as really was #1 in the hospitality industry in KSA, and my role is to keep it as #1 on the podium by creating, I would say, new brands with the team, with our marketing team, by revamping our entire portfolio from a renovation point of view and bring it up to the guest expectation of today's guest. And more importantly is really to create and develop and train talents really to take the leadership from us after a while. So we have, I would say, the most experienced senior team Saudis, and they know how to operate system and to give the best quality of service to our teams. And this will continue forward and attract the new generation to come and join Dur. And to make really Dur like anyone on the CV say, I work for Dur, that is a good CV to go and work and serve other players in the industry.
Thank you, Hassan. Samy?
So I'm Samy Boukhaled. I'm VP Operation Hotels for Elaf Group. First of all, I would like to thank the organization for this opportunity for us to discuss about our industry, to interconnect with our peers and partners. This is a good opportunity, and thank you for the audience to be here and to be present. So Elaf Group, as everybody knows, it was a leader in operation and Hajj and Umrah. It was launched in 1981. Based only mainly in holy cities between Mecca and Medina. So far in our portfolio, it's 9 property, and mainly also Mecca Medina with 7 properties and 2 properties in Jeddah. We have ambitious expansion plan for the next 3 years, which we target a minimum 25 property in the kingdom. Elaf Group is owned by our mother company, which is Sidco, a very well-known company, Saudi company, 100%. And this is what also allowing us to develop our portfolio mainly in hotels. Other than that, we have also diversified our portfolio with the travel and tour, and also asset management for local company in the kingdom. Leading the hospitality in the kingdom, as we know, the kingdom's vision 2030 has set a really ambitious target with 100 million tourism annually in 2030, and it's obvious that Elaf Group be part of this vision. As a local company, we wanted really to be humbly the exhibitor of Saudi hospitality in the kingdom.
Thank you, Samy. And personally, as a leader?
Personally, yes, I'm in the hospitality industry since more than 32 years. I spent most probably 28 years in international chains, especially mainly with Accor, and then Millennium.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, since we're talking to you, Samy, I want to ask you a bit more about the rebranding of Elaf and the new brands that you've come up with, because we've seen recently the new logo that's a bit refreshed. Yeah. We've seen as well a new brand, Judian Hotel, which is opening in Riyadh.
Just opened in Riyadh 2 months ago.
My question is, first, obviously you are a company with a long track record. So my first question is, why now and why rebranding? And my second question would be how? How are you going to do it and where are you going with this?
So first of all, since I joined the company with the new management team and the new CEO, it was almost 1 year. As I mentioned before, all what the ambitious target coming for the KSA, we started to really rethink about our strategy and how we will move on to be part of this vision. As I mentioned before, our mother company, which is Sidco, they really supporting us on this journey, and we all know that Elaf Group, they had this reputation of holy cities, but not out of the holy cities. So the strategy is how to develop our hotels outside of the holy cities. So we did really a huge exercise with some consultants, partners, and everything. We started first to assess our business line, which is the existing portfolio. Then we started to look for what is the opportunity in the kingdom. Then after that, we built our strategy on that. So the strategy is very clear. We launched another brand, which is Judian. Judian, it's coming from Jud, from Al-Karam, from generosity, and this is the main DNA of the kingdom. So that's why our portfolio now, it will be for under 2 brands, which is Elaf Hotels for holy cities between Mecca and Medina, and Judian out of the holy cities. And our first property, which we just opened 2 months ago, it is in Riyadh, very well located under the brand of Judian. And the second Judian will be in Elaf, previously Elaf, but it will be under the new brand Red Sea Mall, Judian, which we are closing for renovation for almost 8 months. So definitely the purpose of this is to be part of the vision. There is a lot of opportunity coming in the kingdom. I heard yesterday in some conference that almost 100,000 rooms coming in the region, more than 65% only in the kingdom. So it means that there is a huge potential, and as a local company and Saudi company, we have to be part of these opportunities.
Thank you, Samy. Very interesting. And on the topic of new brands, rebranding, obviously Dur has a track record already there with, I think, was it 2015 that Dur rebranded, and the Makarim came up, and then since then, obviously, you have acquired stakes in companies like Shada.
Yep.
You've come up with your own brands like Dara and Noor by Makarim. So just want to understand from 2015 until, that's obviously pre-Vision 2030 as well, and until today, and then looking at the future as well, where do you see all this going, and where are you so far with all these new brands?
I think it's an excellent question. I think, well, very likely our strategy was really fitting 100% with the Vision 2030. We started by rebranding a company called Sharaku into Dur Hospitality. And this rebranding gave it completely new edge, and I would say being a vibe in the hospitality industry in Saudi Arabia. We also rebranded Makarim using one of the best marketeers. I would say, I will not mention them from a publicity point of view, but they have helped us to build Makarim brand on definitely the international standards, okay, completely. And the main focus was on the two holy cities, Mecca and Medina, looking and studying in depth to the journey of the pilgrims. So actually, the role of Makarim is to serve the pilgrim from the moment they decide the journey until they go back home with the good memories. You know very well, as many person in the audience here, that going to Hajj or even Umrah, sometimes it's a lifetime saving to go this one. So our role, being based there and having our greatest Saudi talents, serving this, it goes like from the past, okay, the Mutawin. And so this is what we have served and brought this experience into an international standard, serving them. So this is like, if speaking broadly about Makarim. We find out that there is need in the market for a sub-brand called Noor by Makarim, which we've launched last year. And the Ministry of Tourism wanted to shape the industry, and particularly the hospitality and the lodging. And they created criteria for, I would say, hotels rating. And we found out that too many owners, which they used in the past to lease their properties, today they are left with no one attending to them. So Noor brand is an easy conversion for hotels owners to convert to a decent brand, affordable, quick and fast conversion. And this is why we found the need and created the brand. And we already, I would say, hopefully we announced a couple of signings before the end of the year. We acquired Shada because we found the need for a good service apartment and hotels with a completely and authentic, I would say, design and affordable for everybody else. We found this company and we ventured with them, and our hope is now to grow this brand completely afterward. Internally in Dur, we were building a service apartment, affordable one called Dara. So we find Dur is the younger sister or brother of Shada, and this is which cater for a particular demand, and encouraged by really the growth of the domestic market. So this is what we have done for Shada and the others. We look to the initial portfolio which we had. We really took advantage of, I would say, COVID, the pandemic, and I call it downturn, where our occupancy was, let's say, soft compared to others. And we have renovated almost all of the majority of our hotels, okay? And we brought them into the latest state of, I would say, technology, focusing on the guest journey, guest experience, whether it's a Marriott hotel, whether it's an IG hotel, or even our own hotels. Makarim Ajyad has completely new look, which represent the true brand standard for Makarim, and this has been done and completed. So on all our hotels are being upgraded and ready today to host the new guests. Timing was excellent for us because this is the best timing when we see a good return, and particularly in Saudi Arabia. So we did not wait until now to renovate. We took advantage of this downturn and bring them over.
Okay.
A new projects coming up. So we'll open by end of next year the Rixos in Jeddah. It will be the first Rixos in the kingdom, and we are very happy and delighted to introduce it to you also, hopefully next year. We also started our new Makarim, completely brand new hotel in Jeddah, in Medina. We started the foundation, and within 24 months we should be ready with a new one in Medina, and many others which we can share with you.
Thank you, Hassan. Now that we're talking about brands and growth, I want to come back to you, Samy. Obviously, as Elaf, all your hotels are with your own brand, and then the other brand that you basically created as well. So my question is, why no international brand part of your portfolio?
So because we are excellent operator, we don't need the international chain to operate our hotels, and this is also the trust from our mother company. Now, just to be to precise something here, Sidco owned so many properties, and we are operating those properties under lease model. Our expansion plan also, it's going also with the lease model. Why? Because everybody will see it's really risky to only operate with the lease model, because we want to establish our brand first. We want to really, in 3-4 years, when the brand will be very established, then we can go to some owners and we can try to get their hotels for management and to shift our model from lease to HME. Our expansion, it's mainly for the strategy. When we built the strategy, it was really built on potentials coming in the kingdom, and also some lack of hotels or owners. They don't really want to go with the international chain, not for main reason. The main reason is because sometimes they have only 150 rooms. So this opportunity for us to go with local company for operate. And also the other option is that we are not, in our expansion plan, we are not focusing only in Riyadh, Medina, Jeddah or Mecca. We are really establishing, developing the brand from north, south, east, and west. This is really, we want to cover the kingdom with operating hotel, middle scale, upper scale, maximum, but not in the luxury. So this is the main target and the main objective for the operation. Your question about the lease model and not to be with the international chain, we started our strategy and our roadmap to develop our operation excellence. This is first, because before to go to the owner and to meet with the owner, you have to show him something. You have to, and our strength on this, that we have this mindset to go to the NOP, which is most of international chain, they are stopping to the GOP. So we have our DNA and taking the risk with the owner and taking the risk about his investment and his ROI. So this is the main strength, which is, as a local company, we can be as added value for so many owners in the kingdom.
Thank you. So as I understand, leasing properties is one of the big parts and fundamentals of your business and growth plans as well.
True.
So obviously, when you talk about leases, a lot of the time it's a fixed amount that you have to pay for the property to secure that asset, right? Obviously, during COVID, with big drops in revenues, big drops in demand,
yeah.
How are you able to cope? And how are you generally able to cope? And how do you structure those leases, taking into consideration fluctuations which can go up and down? You know, they're not probably as predictable as markets such as London, where there are much less changes happening on a year-to-year basis.
So definitely the COVID, I think for all our industry, was a big lesson, a great lesson for us, because all of us, we restructured and we rethink about our model. So regarding our portfolio, as I mentioned before, we are lucky that we have our mother company, not only Sidco, but also our partner Mitaq, which is, we have 2 property with them in Medina. They really supported us in terms of how to revise the rent, for example, how to make it from fixed to variable to the top line. So all this, it was a lot of discussion, a lot of exercise, but definitely the board members and the mother company, they supported us on this exercise. The lease model, I think everybody is taking it that is something very risky, but I remember also even some international chain, when they want to penetrate on new country or new market, they start with the lease model. So it's exactly our concept, which we want to do, is to we will not take all our expansion plan under lease model. Maybe we will have some HME. For example, we know our expertise and our heritage in Mecca and Medina. We were very established. So Mecca and Medina, the expansion will be maybe under HME. But out of the holy city, the most important things when we are taking any opportunity, we need really to focus on the location. Like our last property, which is in Riyadh, Judian, Ulayya, Riyadh, the location of the property, it's amazing. So yes, we can go with the lease model, and this hotel will be profitable, as we all know, in Riyadh. Other than that, if we are really missing the location, in this case, we will think about HME with the owners.
Thank you. Hassan, from your perspective, obviously, as Dur, you have a lot of different brands, international, your own, local brands, and I'm assuming different business models as well throughout the years.
Yeah.
So what works? What doesn't work?
We have all the models, and basically all works. Okay, really all works. Everyone in its particular property, particular location, or with a particular partner. So we have HMAs, we have franchise agreement, and we have our internal management agreement with our Dur, okay, because we're Dur, and we say we're Makarim. Okay, Makarim is part of Dur. So yes, we have this kind of internal management agreements. We have leases on lands where we have developed. And then we have one fixed lease. I think the danger of the fixed lease is the IFRS 16, which came into light 2 years back and really rechanged the entire model for the leases. So we try to avoid it, but I think we don't close any opportunity if we're going to talk about it, because we have the model of all, and then we assess it based on a particular principle where our shareholders would like an IRR on double digit, and if the math and the economy meet this IRR, then we will find the right way and the right formula for.
Thank you very much. I think we're out of time, but if we have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer. No? Thank you very much. So I'd like to thank Hassan and Samy for today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christopher.
Thank you for the audience.